Hello everyone. Today we are going to study reported speech. Okay, this is also called narration or direct and indirect speech. Now look at these two examples. Okay, she said, "I am painting." And look at this sentence. She said that she was painting. Now look at this sentence. He said, "I am dancing." And then you see, he said that he was dancing. Did you notice any changes in these two sentences? Of course, yes. What are the changes? Let us see. Change of commas, change of pronoun, and change of tenses, isn't it? Now, after looking at these two sentences, we come to the conclusion that a speaker's word can be reported in two ways: direct speech and indirect speech. He said, "I am walking." He said that he was walking. So now we come to the new fact that direct speech and indirect speech. What is direct speech? Direct speech is saying what someone said without any changes. Here we use quotation marks to indicate that the person said, and also use the exact words of the person. And what is indirect speech? Indirect speech, we do not use quotation marks. Instead, we use the conjunction that and state the sentence by changing its tense. Now look at some of the rules. Use the rule SON formula and remember SON 1, 2, 3 to change the persons. Very important rule. S stands for subject, O for object, N for no change. This means that when you see that the first person changes according to the subject of the reporting verb, and if the reported speech is in the second person, then it changes according to the object of the reporting verb, and if it is in the third, then there is no change. Okay, so we can say subject shall be changed as per the first person, object as per the second person, and third remains unchanged. Now look at some of the changes from direct to indirect speech. When you change, there are some important changes. Present simple changes into past simple. Present continuous tense changes into past continuous. Past simple into past perfect. Present perfect into past perfect. Past continuous, past perfect continuous tense. Will into would. Then can changes to could. May changes into might. Must changes into had to. Okay. Now, these are the very important changes which you should remember while changing from direct to indirect speech. This changes into that. There changes into those. Now changes into then. Here into there. Today into that day. Tomorrow changes into the next day. Yesterday into the previous day or the day before also you can see. Last night, the previous night. Can changes into could. May into might. Shall into should. Will into would. And ago into before. Then just into then. Come into go. So these are the very important changes you should remember. Now look at these important changes. In the reported speech, we preferably use the past tense, like am or is becomes was, are becomes were, has and have becomes had, see becomes saw, can or can't becomes couldn't, will, won't becomes wouldn't. Now some points are to be remembered. During the change, take care of the following things. Said to, told, says to, tells, say to, tell. The changes are as follows. But according to the relation of subject to its object, we change said to, says to, say to into inquired, asked, suggested also. Now, inverted comma is replaced by that, if, to, not to, or WH words, that means what, which, when, according to different sentences. Assertive sentences, exclamatory sentences, that, interrogative sentence, WH word, if, imperative sentence, to, not to. So you will see the sentences and you will understand better. Now what are assertive sentences? Assertive sentences, you can see statements also. An assertive sentence is a simple statement or assertion, either affirmative or negative. It can be I am playing, I am not playing. So pattern is subject plus verb plus object, complement or adverb. Example, English is an international language. This is affirmative. And another example of negative, you can say, we do not do bad things. Then you can say, everybody should know English. This is model auxiliaries. Now remember, these important things, always be careful. Said and told have a small difference. After told, we need to include a person. That means two people are there, then we change into told. If only one person, suppose Ritu said, only one person is there, Ritu, I will help my mother. So Ritu said that she would help her mother. Now said here remains said. It does not change into told. Why? Because only one Ritu is there. Now look at the second sentence. Ritu said to Mona. Now here Mona is there. Said to Mona, I will help my mother. So Ritu told Mona that she would help her mother. So this is the basic change. Here are some examples. In simple present, present continuous, simple past and present perfect. The reported speech, as I have already told you, simple present changes into simple past. For example, I want to go home. She said that she wanted to go home. Now I am reading a good book. She said that she was reading a good book. Now next one, simple past into past perfect. I ate pasta for dinner last night. She said that she had eaten pasta for dinner last night. Then you have present perfect, which changes into past perfect. I've just finished cleaning my room. She said that she'd just finished. That means she had just finished cleaning her room. Then again one more example. My mother has never been to Japan. She said that her mother had never been to Japan. Some more examples are there. Can and can't changes into could or couldn't. Will, won't into would, wouldn't. Look at the examples. Mother, sorry, I can't talk now. I'm at work. Mother said that she couldn't talk then because she was at work. Now changes into talk. Suppose talk now changes into then. Okay, now into then. Next example is, I'll pick him up at the airport. She said that she'd pick him up at the airport. I won't tell anybody your secret. She said that she wouldn't tell anybody my secret. Now some more examples you will understand better. He said, I live in the city center. Present simple. He said he lived in the city center. He said, I am going out. He said he was going out. He said, I finished. He said he had finished. He said, I've been studying a lot. He said he had been studying a lot. He said, I arrived before you. He said he had arrived before you. He said, I had already left. He said he had already left. He said, I'll be there at 2 p.m. He said he would be there at 2 p.m. He said, I'm going to call Alan. He said he was going to call Alan. Okay? Now there are some other examples which you can read and understand. Okay? The changes. Same as before. I have given you some more examples and you can read it properly and understand. Thank you everyone for watching. Keep on learning. Thank you.